You are listening to Open Mic Live. This is Rio Paris. This is one of the greatest podcasts in the universe. Make sure you stay tuned in.
Warning, the following program may contain moments of great personal reflection, sudden and striking realization, things you should not try at home, the truth about cats and dogs, incomplete thoughts, rambling gibberish, completely ridiculous opinions, winning lottery numbers, things you could really care less about, barking dogs, and unfortunately, Mike and Stan.
Who likes to be silly? I like to be silly.
What kind of radio show is this?
This town needs an enema.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Get up, get on up.
Welcome to Open Mic Live right here on OpenMicTheShow.com. There you can get involved, play games with us and more every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find our friends and family, Spicoli TV, tomorrow night at 9, tonight at 10 Eastern, Nitwit.tv, Comics Brews, a podcast you can catch on there, and everything IRN, Happy Hour, Double Special, and more. Check them out. What's going on today's show, Stan?
Woo! Now that Mike's done talking, I can tell you what the hell's going on.
You told me to...
So
he was like a ventriloquist or something like that. It's just his mouth wasn't moving.
Oh,
but
it's
I heard him.
the buffering. It's just different.
A ventriloquist. Maybe. So today we will be talking about FLoridiots, as we always do. We will be playing Mike's Game of the Week, Stanley Feud, which is everybody's what, Mike?
Favorite game.
And in the studio to talk to us about the media, the ins, the outs, the newspapers, the new, the old, how it's changed.
Sadie Tyree. Oh.
The whole damn thing is Mike Peter, the guy who created IRN Broadcast. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Welcome, Mike. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you having me here.
Really? I mean, do you really appreciate it, or are you just doing it because you pity us?
Trying to get ratings on IRN. We get it.
Look, I'm just trying to follow protocol here, okay? Okay? I don't want any bloodshed or anything like that, so...
It would have been rude to say no. You know what's going on? So, yeah, this week is media because, obviously, that relates to why you're here.
Right.
And what is your... Before podcast, what was your favorite form of getting information through the media?
I would have to say AM radio.
Really?
I was really, really big into AM radio, and that's where I actually started. I was in terrestrial radio, and I worked at WWBA as a board op, and I did production and stuff like that. So,
and what about you? I mean, I know you were in radio too, Mike. But
Well,
I mean,
actually, that's how we've actually... what is it called? We were parallel along a lot of that grid. We know a lot of the same people. I also started at WWBA, but not while Mike was there. But we know the same people, Peter.
Yep.
And then, I don't even know who was at Connecticut School of Broadcasting, but a lot of those people were coming through WWBA.
right. Now, were you there when Shayna Lance was there?
At CSB?
No, at WWBA. She was a news director for a while.
She just started after I was already there before she started.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just there, and I was there for a year. I think it was a year until they told me that minimum wage was going up. So I told them they were going to have to give me a raise, and a month later I was gone.
Yeah,
true story. That's a true story.
I mean, that's the quickest way to get yourself fired around.
Tell
there.
Bruce Maduri what
Yeah,
they're going to do.
yeah.
so before the Onion, we had like World Weekly News, right? Bat Boy saves plane crash.
Man,
Right?
you're going old school. I mean,
That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, that's where it all started, right?
Yeah.
You had the Star, you had the Inquirer, and then the Inquirer kind of became the magazine TMZ of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Correct? I mean, where they went from not so legit to legit.
Well, yeah, because they kept getting sued, so they had to make sure the stories were on board.
Exactly. So why doesn't, like, Bat Boy saves plane? I mean, how do they get away with
I
that
love
shit?
Bat Boy.
He's
He
badass.
was cool. He really
He
was.
was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy ran freaking... The Onion missed out. They came in
Yeah.
way too late.
Can I tell you that I've never, like, the Onion's okay, the headlines are okay, but I don't usually find the stories fascinating.
I just find them funny. I really do.
I don't get it.
It's all tongue in cheek.
Oh, sure. I mean, I understand.
I don't think they're supposed to be a legitimate news source.
Well,
They
of
don't
course
even
not.
pretend to be.
Huh?
They don't even
Well,
pretend
no,
to be.
it's ridiculous headlines. What's funny is the people that think it's legit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes.
I think the
absolutely.
headline or the
Right.
comments are great, but like reading the story is like blah blah blah. Yeah.
Right.
It's like Mad TV. I don't read that, or Mad Magazine. I
So
don't read
pretty
that
much
anymore.
they're trying to make it the joke's on you,
right, well, it's
or
the-
the listener who actually takes the stuff seriously. The same listener who calls Phil Henry's show and thinks everything's real. You know that those
All
types of
radio,
people.
or the guys that go down the street for the Tonight shows and ask them, questions that are, do you believe in with what Hillary said, and it was actually Trump saying those things? Oh
Right.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it's Hillary.
sure,
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
No idea they're a part of a work or anything
Nope.
like that. Nope.
So now we have TMZ, right?
We have TMZ, and there's a couple other ones that follow along the lines. Perez,
Welcome,
Hilton,
Mm-hmm.
and then Radar Online is actually, if I understand it, is the National Enquirer or a subset of that.
Right.
So
Bulldog
it's still
Day,
legit.
welcome.
They have a TV version of the National.
No,
Enquirer?
but Radar Online
Okay.
is
Okay.
is the National Enquirer online.
Okay, I was going to say, man, you have.
But they're about they have some.
They better lawyer up now.
They actually have some big dirt, supposedly on. They were going to potentially out one of the biggest child rapists in Hollywood. They won't say his name yet, but they'll give the details that it was Corey Haim was one of his biggest victims.
Okay.
Welcome,
And
Tyree.
he apparently runs this ring. So this is Radar Online throwing this dirt out there. So
Wow.
if they want to be legit and compete with TMZ, they better have that name.
Yeah.
I mean, TMZ gets credit for a lot of legitimate news sources information, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
That they do now. They watermark everything. Yeah.
That guy's a genius. I'm
He's a lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, really.
It's those tight shirts.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it keeps all the blood to his brain flowing.
Does anyone remember newspapers? Are those like
That's how I start my fire in the backyard,
Right.
right?
It's kindling, right?
Yeah, it's great for housebreaking pets.
But I mean, I used to love them days. Sit back, drink your coffee, and flip through the paper. You know what I mean?
Funny thing, I never did that. My dad would do that every single morning. Get up, read the newspaper, and everything like that. I never did it.
I mean, I did crosswords back then because of that.
When I read the comics, I did read the
I
comics.
did read
That was when the
comics.
comics were good.
Yeah.
That was usually when I was taking a dump, though.
Now we have phones. We don't
Right,
need that.
exactly. I didn't want to get into the middle of a story and have to wipe.
But I'm one of those people that
You got all that newsprint all over your hands.
if I could find the right lighting, I actually like reading paper other than like ebooks.
Me too.
I like books.
I agree 100%. I mean, seriously.
I don't. My eyes don't like it.
I fall asleep. If I sit there and read a book, I'm just out in 5 minutes. I can't do it.
So okay, so it's a sedative for you.
I'm going to have to start trying that instead of smoking weed.
Yeah, it's cheaper. I'm sure it's cheaper.
I bet it's a lot cheaper. I think you get a paper for like a quarter these days.
Nobody ever went to jail for falling asleep reading a book.
Not yet. Wait till Congress gets a hold of this shit.
But like, I mean, it's good and it's bad, right? I mean, I just saw a story last night about they showed a video and pictures of this little girl getting drug around the grocery store by her hair.
Uh-huh.
Her dad. Did you see that?
I did. I didn't even bother watching the video or reading it because I thought it was fine.
We were watching it and rewound it to kind of see what was really. I mean, he had a good grip on this girl's hair.
So she wasn't leaving him, right? She wasn't running around the store getting in my way?
No.
Okay.
He just had her hair and the handle of the cart at the same time, so she's walking around, hunched over like this. Well, some lady says, "Dude, stop." So he tells her to mind her own business. Well, calls the cops. Cops show up and say they don't have enough evidence.
I'm
to
okay
do
with
anything.
that.
You are?
That lady needs to mind her own business. That
So
kid was not out in her way, knocking shit over. He was taking care of his daughter.
So you hate kids?
Oh, I hate kids. They smell bad.
I mean, seriously, like me and her we started talking about it, and she said that she would say something as well. I wouldn't say anything. I would think a whole lot of things, or I might even say something loud enough for him to hear me, but I wouldn't actually go, "Look, you big redneck," leave the kid
No,
alone.
you should try that. Let's see how that works.
You video it.
Because I would tie my
I mean,
daughter's.
how many times has something like that just gone completely bad? I mean, it just all of a sudden this guy could just take out a gun and shoot
Every
you.
road rage
You know,
event
it's just-
ever.
My policy is do unto others for they may have a gun in their pocket. That's pretty much it.
And seriously, he wasn't hurting her. She was hurting herself. He's teaching her a lesson.
She was hurting herself.
Yes, she was trying to pull away when he didn't want her to.
That's like punching someone and telling them their face got in the way.
You got to learn somehow.
She wasn't
I
hurting
mean, personally,
herself.
I wouldn't do that to my kids or anything like
Right.
that. But I mean, what do you?
But who are you to parent that kid?
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do? And just you almost, if I'm going to get involved in something, it better be worthwhile where I'm actually saving people's lives or doing something
Right.
extreme, something like that. It's just,
Right, her life wasn't in danger.
Right.
No,
her head was, her poor scalp.
So
That is true.
I mean, he wasn't doing any harm to her.
Maybe she had lice and he just wanted to make sure that no one else got it.
Let me ask you this.
Where's the red? Where's the red?
What
Man, that
if
shit sucks, doesn't it?
what if he was grabbing her hand hard enough for her to not get away, but she kept pulling away?
I've done that to my wife.
See? How's that different?
She gets away.
She's hurting herself.
Yeah, that bitch, I swear to God.
It's hair. It's dead dead particles, dead follicles. It's fine.
So I was trying to explain to Lisa, I'm like, I pull your hair all the time and I don't hear you complain.
Right? You want me to step in next time?
Right. What if Mike came over and told me to stop doing it? Then how would you feel?
He's got her tied to the bedpost. Like,
Right. Bite her
let her
hair.
go. Click, 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 click.
Cleopatra.
Was that wrong? I'm sending Mr. Raider online.
So, you're listening to Open Mic Live with Mike and Stan, and we have Mike Peter in the house with us.
Pinker?
Penis?
Just Peter. Thank you.
Just Peter. That's all.
Just Peter. No S. No.
I want nothing but Peter.
Just Peter.
Okay.
I had that problem too. For some reason,
Everybody
it's
does,
my brain.
yeah,
Well, I would do that with Comics Brew. Our friends over in what are they? Washington, Seattle, somewhere around there. They have comics and brew, but I would call it Comics Brews because who stops at one beer? That's bullshit. So my brain automatically associated it with plural, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, we're Comics Brew." Fine, only have one. Between three guys, isn't that like a sausage party?
Comics.
Wash it down. I'm down, homie.
You would be.
Yeah.
They don't have hair though.
3 dicks and a microphone.
Where it's at?
Where it's at. So I mean, that's the fun stuff, and then there is the 3 months of campaigning that you have to go through with the media.
How many did you say?
There's the 3 years of campaigning.
Okay.
You have to go through, like right now. You know what I mean? Like, how often do you change the channel because of it, or do you watch it?
No, I mean, I kind of do it for comedic value.
Right.
Because we just sit there, just make fun of,
But after a while, a joke gets old.
It does.
I thought about it earlier today, and I'm like, holy shit, our options are Hillary and Trump.
And it's so funny because someone mentioned today that you don't see a lot of bumper stickers this year. It's because people are afraid to put bumper stickers on their freaking.
Yeah, we're all. Yes.
And it's like, so who are you voting for?
Don't worry about it. Johnson. I never heard of him.
I've never heard of Rumblewump.
Mickey Mouse.
Clinton.
Oh, did you hear that Lionel is going to announce his candidacy for president? He's having some type of function.
The giraffe?
Huh? Lionel. No,
Lionel's.
IRN. Lionel. The Lionel show.
Oh, I got. Yeah.
Lionel.
Sorry, bro. I know a lot of
Lionel doesn't have a last name, does he? Media.
Yeah. No, he's going to do his Lotus for POTUS campaign, and he's going to be running for president of the United States.
I thought I heard him mention something on. He was on Calta recently, somewhat recently. It was probably a month and a half or 2 months ago. But he mentioned something like that. I'm putting my name on the ballot.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Well, he's great. He really is.
Is he still on at 6 to 7, or what's his time now on Iron?
He is.
Got to be on the spot
on Wednesday. Yeah, he's Wednesdays 5 to 7.
Wednesdays 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also rotate them out throughout the week too, and play them. So you just have to. I just updated the schedule last night, so I think everything is. Good
Gotcha.
to go, so you just check the IRN schedule.
Well, you might want to have that handy because Mike Peter interview is coming up in the second segment.
Wait a minute, that just sounded dirty.
That's fine. That's welcome. That's how we get more viewers. You can tune in on Facebook Live, by the way. Roy, what's up?
These are known as the Peter tapes.
Peter Files.
The Peter Files.
Whoa, that's close. Did
you have a viral, Mike?
I do have a viral. All right, so let's go with let's play. Oh, I didn't play this last week.
Surf's up. See you on the net.
Yeah, I did.
On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet. Cyberspace set free. Hello, virtual reality. interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online. Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
The truth is, I really only find videos or audio so I can play that intro because I love it so much. Okay, so what I found was about half of the video I saw the other day, and I'm going to set this up properly. So a guy and his mother are in a parking lot, and he's on a motorcycle, and she is in her car.
Mm-hmm. All right, see ya.
Love ya.
Love you. We'll talk more.
All right. Drive safe.
Yep.
Watch out for idiots.
All right, so he's going on his motorcycle. She says, okay, goodbye, be safe, watch out for idiots.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fast forward 28 seconds. And there we go. 29, 30, 31, 32. He pulls up to a yield sign. And he's hit from behind. Who do you think hit him?
The wife.
The mother. That's his mother that sent him on his way.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, he's not a happy camper. Can you imagine that?
My mother running me over?
Well, I mean, I know you can.
Yeah, I mean, she tried doing that shit a million times. She tried flushing me, but that didn't work.
That's one of those, that was idiotic.
How did that happen?
She wasn't paying attention. She pulled up to a yield sign, and he stopped because there was traffic, and she kept going. So he knocked the bike out from under her. I thought the only thing that would make that better is if that was like a brand new bike off of the lot. So, okay, drive safe, son, and boom, off and going. That's why I like some of these video cams. But this reminded me of some of those stories where you see where husband and wife get head-on collision, 2 miles from home or pulling into the driveway.
I think it'd be better if she did it so that she could meet a guy, and it turned out to be her son.
Son of a bitch. So I'm not going home empty-handed.
Let's exchange information. Oh, shit.
Hey there, hot pants!
All right, that's it for your viral video of the week. Now it's time for...
Shall we play a game?
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Because he broke the rules.
What rule? You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Let's just do it. Let's meet this thing head on. And you were in it to win it.
All right. Let's see if that works here. Put that on loop, and it's time to play a game. Open Mike's Game of the Week. This is a game where I pull up random questions pretty much from numbers. I keep things simple. Numbers, percentages. To the start of the show, we want to just get you warmed up for Open Mike's favorite game, which comes up in 2 more segments, or after next segment if you want to break that down. No? Does that not work? You don't like that? I don't like the way you're looking at me.
So, Mike, you play this game now. You have to give an answer to these questions.
In fact, you not only have to play it, but you get to dictate the points.
You're giving me responsibilities.
Just very, very minimal.
Okay.
Very, very minimal.
Mike, and he doesn't follow you, so you should be all
All right.
Second string, huh?
So the first question is worth how many points?
Welcome, Tanya.
6 points. The first question is, on what day of the week in Florida is it illegal for a single woman to skydive on? What day of the week in Florida is it illegal for a single woman to skydive on? Pick a day of the week. And this is an actual law.
And you can match anyone else's answers. So far on the board,
I just, for some reason, I say Sunday.
Sunday, God's Day. Of course, God's Day. Monday.
Jumping out of a plane for
Monday.
Jesus.
We have a Thursday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday. Gabo says
what would be the Friday? Because, Monday, because it's hard to find a babysitter. It's single woman.
Bulldog Deo says Friday. To skydive. A single woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're expendable, aren't they?
Yeah, but we don't want a sausage fest going on in the world.
Oh, they're not?
We need to keep our single women.
You see, why are you looking at me like
roaming
that?
around.
You disagree? If they're married, they're leaving someone behind. If they're single,
Also, we're talking about sausage fest.
What show did you think you were on?
Seems to be a recurring motif around
Son
here.
of a beach.
Mild Mike Live.
Sausage Fest Sunday.
So the answer is...
Sausage Fest Sunday. It is, in fact, Sunday.
Really?
It is Sunday. I think that would only make sense that it would be on a Sunday.
What the hell is that? Ustream bot.
I don't know.
It says Skynet. I don't know. So,
who cares?
Mr. Peter, Jingo, Nit, and KC all get 1 point.
All right, next question is worth how many points?
Let's see here. We'll randomize them.
5 points. The next question. The average American opens the fridge how many times a day? How many times a day on average?
We have a 15, a 12, a 17, a 20.
I say 30.
A 30.
I'm just thinking of my kids.
16. Yeah, no kidding. My mom finally put a lock on that bitch.
Close the goddamn refrigerator.
16, 10, 17, 10. Bulldog says 10.
I think.
That's not enough.
You don't think 10 is enough?
I want to know what the average amount of time the fridge door is open when you're trying to find something and you don't know what you want to eat.
How many times is it open then when you're bored? Well, it's boredom.
When you're sitting there doing this.
Before somebody yells at you.
Right, like your wife.
You get the little grace period going on.
That's what I'm saying.
How long does it take for the average American to find something to eat in the fridge?
Oh, my God. We've had this discussion, right? How long does it take for a couple to decide what they're going to eat?
A week.
We go through. So each kid has their own thing that they want. So we got to go through an entire.
Spectrum, and then
yeah.
come up to it.
That's why you just got to be decisive.
After a while, I said, I'm not eating anything. I'm just going to drink beer.
Matter of fact, here, kid. Shut up.
Pop a cold one.
All right. So the average American opens the fridge. 22 times a day.
So Jingo gets that with 20.
And I figured that, yeah, of course that number could vary, but I was seeing numbers between 15 and 22.
Right, I see all these 10s. And they got to remember, the world is full of fat asses these days.
Right. The average American,
right.
I think the average American drinks like a 2 liter of Coke. And if I don't drink a 2 liter of Coke, that means somebody else is drinking 2 liters of Coke.
This is true. That might be me.
I didn't know we were all just rationed to a 2 liter.
Next question is...
I can only have 1 2 liter?
That's right.
Well, we're going to have a corn shortage eventually.
Welcome, Daniel.
Next question is worth how many points? 4
4
points. What year was the first 24-hour news channel launched? What year was the first...
We got an 83, an 80, a 78, a 67.
I would say 82.
An 82? A 95? A 95? 95?
What? When did they all go 24 hours? Was that was like right before or right after 9/11?
All I can think of is CNN. You know, it's...
And of course, Gobble says 69.
And then
she's always thinking 69.
Right.
And then they got CNN headlines for those people who have ADD and can't watch the CNN with all this long stories. So,
well, to me, all the long stories are unnecessary because it's literally just garbage that they've tried to compile to keep you busy for 24 hours.
So we got Bulldog with 80. We got a 78, a 67, an 83.
Who knows which one that was?
What?
News channel. Do you know what news channel that might have been? That I might be referring to?
It's in front of me.
So do you know? Can you read?
Yeah, it's like, can you dial 911, bro?
No. Fortunately, it says emergency on my phone. No.
No, really, people wish you would just shut the...
Well, then tune in to Open Stand tomorrow night at something o'clock.
Something o'clock.
The answer is 1980, and it was CNN.
So Bulldog and Nit both get 4 points.
good job, guys.
All right, next question is worth how many points?
8.
Woo! 8 points.
Dude, this gives people a chance.
So I changed gears a little bit, and I started incorporating social media because, like it or not, it is part of the media.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So the first, the question number 4: what year was the first social media launched? What year was the first social media launched?
That would be, I mean, MySpace. Or even before, was there anything before MySpace?
Yes.
There were a few.
So we have a 97, 96, 97,
yeah,
95.
I would probably, maybe 2000.
I'm trying to think when MySpace actually was. MySpace 93, 2, 4?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I got on MySpace late. late. And
I think my
then it
first
started
account was in '94.
You got on MySpace when Facebook was already dying.
It was a moot point.
I had somebody, I was like, hey, are you on MySpace? And they're like, no, I'm on this other thing that I'd never heard of before. And I'm like, all I can think of is it's what the scientists used when they were talking to each other back in the 60s.
Oh, was that, was it Usenet or something? Or, God, I forget what it is.
It may actually be this answer. 6 Degrees in 1997. It was called 6 Degrees.
No.
Never heard
of it.
I don't even know anymore.
How many questions we got left?
We've got 2 more.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I love you.
Fantastic.
Nick says, what the F is 6 Degrees?
Google it.
It's a boy band. They weren't good enough to be.
Doesn't it have something to do with Kevin Bacon?
It's 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, yes.
Was the monkeys renamed themselves?
Next question was worth how many points?
That's your job.
2. Which launched first, Facebook or Twitter? I did not type that properly, but it's which. Yes.
This is a 50-50 here.
Yes, which launched first?
I want to say Facebook. I think so because, I mean, if Twitter started first, Mark Zuckerberg would have just stolen that.
What are you saying? Zuckerberg's like, what's his name? Microsoft?
Yeah.
Just walk into people's basements?
Yeah.
There's a whole big antitrust thing?
Yeah. Microsoft, where perfection is just another service pack away.
It isn't. The whole concept behind that is even, who was that? Who was Microsoft? Not Jobs.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, Gates. Even Gates didn't believe in his product, but he was such a good salesman.
Well, when he actually pitched his idea of his DOS operating, he didn't even have an operating system.
It was incomplete, yeah.
He actually went out and bought a core operating system off of somebody for $50,000. And that's
why didn't he just steal that? I thought his dad. Oh, because his dad gave him money. That's right.
Well, what
That's
happened was he didn't have the lawyers that he has now.
And look at him. I mean, he wasn't taller than Hitler, so he wasn't going to intimidate anybody. All right. Yes, the question or the answer is actually Facebook. And for some reason, I didn't look the year up, so you guys are going to have to Google it if you really want to know the answer. Stan, let's do a score update.
All right. We got Mr. Peter with 6. Actually, Mr. Peter with 8. LM Dale with 10. Jingo with 13. Nit with 20. KC with 8. Bulldog with 14. Endale with 2. This last one will be triple whatever he flips up.
Jesus Christ. Just grab one. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It'll be worth 12 points.
All right. What percentage of Americans have a social media profile? What percentage of Americans have a social media profile worth 12 points?
Welcome, Vince.
I would say 90%.
We got 88, 98, 75, 98.
Vince Nobble is in.
Oh. Related to Midge Gobble?
Yeah. She gobbled his novel.
Ah!
I love my
I'm
mom.
leaving. Oh.
That's what he said.
Because he finished, right?
So we have Bulldog with 80%. We got Vince Nobble with a bunch of shit signs on 88, 98. What you got, Mikey?
The answer is 78%.
It doesn't matter what you got. So that goes to Nitwit with 75. No. Yes.
Nitwit has 75 points?
Bulldog with 80.
80 points?
Yeah. No. 80 was his answer. 78.
Okay, so who wins?
Bulldog Dale wins with 26 points.
Gagoosh times 26.
Woo!
All right, it is time for us to take a break. When we come back, we will be talking with Mike Peter. We will find out about IRN, what's in store for the future of them, us, and even you guys. Maybe. I don't know. We're not fortune tellers. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. guys go ahead and take over. Oh, this was... This was supposed to have something else to it. I don't like your attitude.
All right, well, welcome back. And with us, as I said earlier, is Mike Peter, the creator, is that correct? Creator of IRN Broadcast?
Yes.
The best internet radio network out there right now.
I think so, yes.
Of course you do. How arrogant.
Well, yeah. What am I supposed to say? I think we kind of suck, but,
No, it's awesome. I mean, and it gives us a chance to do things. Now, let's start out. Let's start it right. How old are you?
I am 49.
Okay. How long have you been in broadcasting? Did you go to school for it?
No. Actually, I went to school for computer science. That's actually what I do.
And that translates to broadcasting?
No. That's a long story.
Yeah, we ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you can read about it in my blog.
How long have you been doing broadcasting or involved with it?
Involved in broadcasting, I started probably about 1998. That's actually when I started working at WWBA. Yeah,
that's a while back, right?
Yeah.
So how'd you get into it?
It was kind of just I was just in the right place at the right time, and somebody walked up to me and said, "Hey, you want to work at a radio station tonight?" And I said, "Okay."
Really?
That's
I mean, it literally happened that way?
It pretty much happened that way. A friend of a guy that used to work in the office right next to our office knew that I loved talk radio. And so he was doing a brokered show at WWBA with the station manager, Chris Rokaz. And they knew that I really love radio and everything, and they needed a board op. And they knew that I had a background in music, and I had a background in computers and everything like that. So he walked over and said, "Hey, you want to work at a radio station?" And I said, "Yeah." And that night, I was sitting in front of a board working at a radio station.
So they invited you in to actually do technical stuff.
Yeah, well, I'd be trained as a board op. Yes.
Okay, all right. Because when you first said it, I'm like, why would anyone just approach a nerd and go, "Hey, you want to go on the radio?" But you weren't invited to go on the radio.
Yeah,
you were invited
right.
to make the radio run.
Right.
Right? Is that right?
They like I said, they knew I loved radio.
Right.
So I guess well, let's see what he can do.
Were you self-taught?
I had a background in audio engineering.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I was in bands and everything like that, when we do recording, I started out with a 4-track tape machine.
You were in bands?
Yeah. I was. First I started as vocals, and then we kept losing bass players, so I got drafted into playing bass.
You started as vocals?
Yes.
What kind of music did y'all sing?
Did
you sing?
Alternative. It's like back in this early 90s alternative kind of.
Sing us a hook.
I'm not going to sing anything.
Not Dr. Hook. Just sing us a hook.
No,
I'll do that.
No. We won't do that.
All right,
but anyways, so I was trained by a lot of people in audio engineering.
Really?
And so I got really interested in recording, and I would record bands with my little 4-track. This thing was so neat. And so
were 4 tracks before 8 tracks?
No.
Well, no. The way it worked, it was a scaled down version to actually help bands record their own music. So it was like a little portable studio.
I got you.
And it had a regular cassette tape, and you put it in there, and it had 4 read-write heads. And you could do. So
you could do 4 tracks at once, right?
4 tracks. You could do overdubbing. You could do track bouncing.
I got you.
You do mixing like that, and it was a lot of fun.
Welcome to. It sounds like. I mean, I wish I could learn that part of it. I just don't desire to take the time to do it. So I let him do that kind of shit.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
sure. I mean, it's what you're interested in, and I had a real interest in it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I love that kind of stuff, though. I mean, I really do love the electronics part of it, but I'd rather just talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I mean, have you ever really been have you been on the radio as behind the microphone?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, I was always kind of the producer guy, and would be the chimer inner. It's so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's
what I do. I I was the executive producer for the Dr. Paul show.
Really?
And every once in a while I would chime in, and the Doc and I would talk and everything like that. And I always kind of added a little more of the Adam Carolla edge comedy kind of thing to it, because sometimes it could get a little too clinical or a little too this and everything like that.
Break up the monotony.
Yeah, and I just kind of just acted like pretty much a rodeo clown, and it kind of worked.
I mean, have you ever been like Mike, where people just say, "Stop trying to be funny"? Because
no, okay, let's get back on track.
Back to Mike.
Back on track. People.
Back to Mike. The other Mike.
People.
All right, so let's get to current events here. So let's just jump up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How did you decide to start IRN?
I could no longer work at WWBA because my wife and I we had just to get out our second kid. The family dynamics were changing, and I needed to be at home, being a dad, because I spent all my weekends working at WWBA, and so I did that, but I still wanted to do broadcasting. I still wanted to be in doing that, creating shows, creating content and everything.
Did you actually have the false pretense that I did, that I could actually make a salary in radio? Did you think that you could replace your income working at a radio station, or was it just a part-time job, fun part-time job for you?
Welcome, Tom.
That's funny. No, there's no way. No money. You know the saying, there's no money in radio.
So, but when you went into it, did you have that false pretense that you could possibly make some kind of money?
Some kind of money,
but not enough. You never thought you were quitting your job for it.
No.
Because I still think I can make money in radio. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's hard.
It's super hard.
And also too in internet broadcasting, as many podcasts are out there now. There are internet radio stations just popping up everywhere.
Right.
There's just no way to compete.
Super flooded.
And and for me to really do just the over the top stuff, I need to bring in a staff of people, and I can't do that because I don't have money, and it kind of turns into a catch-22.
Right.
So I just said, the hell with it. I'm just going to stay local. I'm going to start bringing more and more locals and just get a local presence. Just get and that's so it'd be kind of like an underground radio station.
Right, but how long has your IRN been around?
Oh, I registered the domain, I think, in 2003.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So when did you start really pushing it and like filling your time with podcasts and stuff like that?
What I first started doing, I was going to do independent music, and I was going to do political talk radio. And I had a lot of political shows.
How'd that work out?
And I got sick of it. I tell you, it's just the same blah 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 blah. And so, I hooked up with Lou Angelwolf and Chris Gorgeous. He's the Double Special show, and Lou was doing a lot of stuff over WTAN. He was doing the Grease Gurus. Which, if you guys get a chance to listen to, is a great show.
The Grease Gurus?
The Grease Gurus, and they talk about cars.
Oh, I was going to say, my sister's a Grease Guru, but it's the movie. She's seen
No,
that shit enough times.
that's not right. No.
It's not the same thing?
No. She's not, no.
No, you get no snack tonight. No.
Grease
no,
Lad.
You get no snack
bad
with my
stand.
fucking Scrappy Doo?
Go.
Bad stand. Bad stand.
Bad stand. I'll just go lay down.
No, and then we. I think that's where I really wanted to change the format. I wanted to move more towards into comedy. I wanted to really move into the type of radio that I really like, that really got me in the radio in the first place.
Right.
Because I was trying to do stuff that I thought other people wanted to hear. And that's if you can't sit and listen to your own radio station. Because it's just
right.
Change it.
Yeah,
he just looked like me listening to our show.
It's really
me listening to our show,
and that's what I do now. It's I try to put a lineup where I actually can sit back and listen to the station. It's Joe Listener,
right?
And I have it hooked up in my car so I can drive down the street, drive time, listen to the shows on there, and I'm entertained. I really am. We got a great lineup. You guys included. You guys are doing a great job.
We do appreciate that, but I mean, When do we get replayed? Yeah.
Tuesday?
Tuesday, and I would have to...
I looked in there last night. We are in there for a replay?
I was listening to us last Saturday, I think it was.
Yes. In fact, I was working on the schedule last night, too. So
I just looked at it last night, so I got to read better.
Okay, but...
well, you could ask me.
You guys, in that schedule's subject to change. And,
right.
But you guys are... I think I play you at least
It was
2,
Friday.
3, 2.
I think I was doing work on Friday, and I was listening to the end of the show. But that was a week or two ago.
Yeah, I think I changed
You changed
it
it
around.
again.
Right.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, I'm going... What's happening, too, is that people are changing their schedules because everybody on the station, too, they're doing the same thing that we're doing.
Right.
You know, we got full-time jobs. We're, we
That's why you got to start your own business, and you can do it. Oh, wait.
You get rich. Just that's it. Just.
Well, and we've actually talked about adding a show or changing a show because Side Splitters, Brian BT over at Side Splitters, he would send us way more comics if we would do the show on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. But it's just better for us on Thursday, and we make it work. It's actually fine. We're booked up through October.
I mean,
we could book November right now.
Right.
Right, that's great.
Literally, I mean, and with the same comics, and that works. The reason that is happening is because the people that have already been in here are telling them you got to go in there.
Yeah, that's
so either they're playing a really big joke, or I don't know if it's a joke or.
Probably,
it's probably a big joke.
I've noticed it too when I watch you guys. I mean, you guys have great chemistry with the comics.
But it's fun.
It's fun. It really is.
It's a lot of fun, and I mean that's the whole reason I enjoy doing this. Like he asked me to do this. And I'm forever grateful because this is what I've always wanted to do.
That's great, yeah.
You know what I mean? And now that he's taught me how to do it properly, being able to ask people questions that they're not used to being asked is just it's to see their face is worth every goddamn minute of it.
Right.
And we get to meet interesting people. We get to meet talented people. You know what I mean? And then we get a nerd here and there. But I mean, we get what happened?
A nerd?
Oh, he's referring to Comics Brew.
Yeah, John.
Oh, God, we can't do a show without him showing up. He'll never leave. His essence is always here.
We need to get one of those things made with his face on it.
Anybody sees John, just take a picture of him. And we'll get a popsicle stick.
Well, you guys were talking about the geeky guy at IRN, so
we were.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, I see. You just recovering the phone.
Maybe that's what happened.
Okay.
You've even referred to yourself as a radio. Did you say radio nerd? Radio geek.
Radio geek. Yeah.
Radio geek.
Yeah.
Have you ever, without naming names, obviously?
Oh, name them.
Have you ever considered like bringing in a podcast and then thinking, "Oh shit."
Yeah, let's not name
this
names.
Ain't that great? No, I know. I'm just saying though.
Oh,
I mean, no one's gonna know.
I brought
honest.
one in and fired. Well, not really fired because they didn't pay him, but I got rid of him. That started a radio war.
What?
Yeah,
didn't play well with others.
I pulled him off the air for making racial comments.
Welcome, Dickerson.
Huh?
I remember you telling me that.
Racial comments?
Do you want me to?
I would rather you
don't
not.
Don't put the name out there, but you can describe the situation.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened is that he was doing one of his podcasts, and he referred to a Chinese lady under the racial slur.
Which one? Wong Tong?
Chink.
Oh, okay.
Chink. I mean Chink.
I mean, and it was really funny because I announced that he's not on here anymore. And as soon as I did that, you know what it looks like when out in the baseball field when you get two players fighting, all of a sudden everybody from the dugouts come. That's exactly what happened.
It's a launch out.
Oh man, it was it was ugly. And my thing, and I got really lambasted about this because there were a couple of people, First Amendment rights.
This isn't the government, buddy.
And yeah, that's right. I'm not the government. Okay, I didn't offer the Constitution to anybody, and so my whole take on it was, if you're going to do something like that, it better be funny, because what is your intent? When you're saying stuff like that, what is your intent? If it's really your honest intent is to make people laugh, okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Well, what is not calling somebody a the
funny thing about this is, after the show, I will let you listen to the audio, and there was no
it was hate.
Yeah, it was just this person with an axe to grind. That's all it was. And I'm not going to have that. And
it's funny that you bring that specific thing up because literally we adopted a pug Chihuahua mix, which pugs are Chinese and Chihuahuas are Mexican, and its name is Chinka.
You're just asking for it.
But see, you laughed.
Yo, Gato Taco Bell.
Where
the difference is.
Well, exactly, because what are you trying to do? It's you're trying to be funny.
Deepest quality. I'm not trying. I was.
Probably D.
Okay, Stan. Sorry.
Just kidding.
You were being funny. You were just being absolutely spot on.
Way to call him out.
That guy. See, and you were worried about ruining the show. No, you're making this. That's awesome. But yeah, that's what I mean. I mean that you can't tolerate that kind of shit. When the First Amendment came out, it wasn't so that you could be a dick. It was so that you could express your opinions. Right. You know, it wasn't just so that you could be nasty to people. I mean, that wasn't its intent.
No.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's something there's called rights and responsibilities, and it really that's when you look through the Bill of Rights. I mean, there has to be a certain level of discretion, you know, when exercising any of this stuff.
Right.
So no, I'm not trying to censor people, and with the bottom ass line, it's that hey, you know, it's my radio station, you know. I can do whatever the hell I want.
That's so funny because I hear that all the time. This is my show. You do what I tell you to
My
do.
name's on it, so.
You ain't shitting. I'll never forget it.
I'll teach you.
What up, Jason Dickerson? But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't tolerate that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we've talked to other shows and stuff in similar situations, or, you know, they have had a third party and you have to release them because they just don't fit what you're trying to do.
Right.
Basically, it's not that you dislike them; they just aren't fitting your
right. Things don't work.
Well,
I mean, you know, they'll find a fit someplace else. And I've actually had shows or people, you know, bring shows to me, and I listen to them. It's like this isn't right for Iran,
right?
Just, you know, and it's nothing wrong. And I feel bad. You know, because you got, you know, at least I want to talk to them and everything, and say, well, it's just not a good fit right now. So, but man, keep working at it.
So you've actually said, I mean, you've actually had to say that to people that have approached you wanting to be on yours.
Yeah.
Really?
Go away. No.
I like that though, because I mean, you are still trying to grow, right? I mean, I mean, you're getting there quickly, but
it's a business though. You got
to not just take in everything.
Well, because when I first started IRN, that's exactly what I did. I took everything. Oh, gee, just to get air content,
right?
Because I was going to run this, you know, 24/7, and after a while, you're listening to it, and so I'm like, why did I put this on? Why is
dead air better?
Yeah, is you know,
maybe.
I mean,
that's why the bars were up on when we only had 3 channels on television. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 6 hours, and it's just static or.
Remember antennas?
Oh, yeah.
You actually remember having an antenna TV?
Well, there was a point where I didn't have cable all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
There's people these days that can't imagine that.
You know, one of my friends hated cable, and the only reason that he doesn't have cable or at least extended HD television right now is because he has an old computer monitor for a television and it doesn't have a tuner in it. So he can't get your basic channel.
Oh, the one that has like it's a composite video.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's
like
supposed
a Commodore 64 monitor.
It was fine. It was fine when you had a cable box.
Right.
But now that we have HD, he doesn't have cable, so he can't even watch television.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I watch it. We haven't had cable.
You have a box.
Well,
you have an HD box.
I mean, we got rid of cable by not paying the bill, and
it's the fastest way.
Oh, see, I rewired ours to get
your cable bill.
No, the cable box to get all the free channels and everything like that.
Oh, the cable
back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, you just used a matchbook.
You just open up. All you had to do.
You take a matchbook and you wedge it in the top, and you can get HBO.
No, right. Well, you just take a little jumper wire. Because the little scramble circuit was over here, and you want that station over there, and you just jumped it there, and you're in business.
I know somebody that worked for a cable company, and I went out with her on different little. One of the funniest things was that she's like, "Watch this," and then a kid runs outside. She cut his cable off because they were stealing it. Like she just starts laughing, and we walk away.
I mean, I remember Fox viewing position.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, you get halfway back to the couch, and you got to go. Stop. And your wife's going, Go ahead, take another step. See what.
And of course, the
All right, break out the tinfoil.
Married with Children made that famous. Fox viewing positions. You got Bud and Kelly and all of them on the couch.
But I remember. I mean, because you got to remember, I'm 49, so but this is way before we had cable. Actually, this is back when we had a black and white TV.
Why you got to be? Oh,
and so yeah, it's just.
How racist? He's not going back.
What's
it about black and white?
Huh?
It's always about black and white. Why not colors? Why you don't? Oh, you know when I was so in my kid stage, so before 10, so between 1 and whatever, I got to enjoy black and white television.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 3 channels. We had the knobs. You know, I'm still
UHF. Remember UHF?
Yeah, and then you get lucky and you're like, where'd channel 38 come from? Now it's a new channel.
Yeah, and this one has cartoons on it.
UPN.
I miss cartoons.
Yeah.
I miss them.
So there's
Bugs
Cartoon
Bunny
Network.
And then during the summer when you're like 12 or 13 and you can stay up late, and when all of a sudden the national anthem starts playing.
Right, that's what I was thinking of. And then it goes to snow.
And we didn't have a cell phone to go start playing Pokemon Go or anything like that. You know what I mean? We had to freaking.
You got to watch The Big Bang.
I only walked in on my mother a couple times.
That wasn't a Big Bang.
Oh,
sorry, Roy.
It was my dad.
That was just a bag.
Oh, like you've never walked in on your mother banging your
You're
dad.
like you've never walked in on his mother.
Like no one's ever. Like everyone hasn't walked in banging my mother. Wait.
Boom. We're like, pew.
But we digress.
Nope.
What do you say?
Digress.
We digress.
We digress.
Yes, we digress.
Oh,
we digress.
We digress. I'm like, it's not even Easter.
Well,
the fuck is wrong with
you're supposed to dye eggs, you dumb hick. Oh.
That's where the problem. We couldn't afford eggs.
That's why it's green, because you did asshole.
My mom used to send us outside with a paintbrush. The yard needs painting.
And now we have sidewalk chalk.
Right.
Thanks, Mom.
Sidewalk chalk. Dude.
I'm actually
your champion.
I saw a meme the other day that I'm actually wanting to carry some with me. It was some asshole parked in 2 spots, like they crossed over the line. So somebody drew the chalk line out and said asshole parking and pointed to it.
Dude, I hate asshole parkers.
Yeah.
I mean, especially ones that you're not 16. These people have been parking long enough to know that you're an idiot. Well, maybe they just don't know they're an idiot, but I like to let them know. That
especially when they're like a Mercedes or like when they're the highfalutin guys. I get wealth envy.
I like the guys with new minivans that park in the back of the parking lot so no one will open their door and hit it. It's like, dude, it's not a Mercedes.
That's what I do. I don't even care. I got a piece of crap car. I'm going way out into the parking lot because I just don't want to deal with
I have
people.
a truck, so it's easier to park away from everybody.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Now I will tell
lazy.
you,
I want to get as close to the fucking door.
I caught a
a
person waiting for a handicap spot. When 2 spots away, they could have just made a right turn and parked into a spot, but they wanted to wait for that 2 spots for that handicap spot to open up, so they let traffic back up.
Yeah, I've stopped driving around the parking lot 15 times to get 2 spots closer. I'm like, it's literally like 5 steps.
Yeah.
You know, really.
You do that whole parking lot orbit, just kind of
exactly
a standard orbit,
right.
like the Enterprise.
Until you run out of gas and have to push it into a fucking parking spot.
Oh yeah, you got a V8 too?
Yeah.
Oh no, you only have $2 in gas.
But yeah, you never done that? You never driven around like longer than you should have just to save 15 foot?
I'm super impatient, so I want a spot and go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I'm parking at Home Depot. I'm not fighting nobody. If I see a spot, I'm in. If not, now if I have to circle more than twice, ask Love Burns. We're out of there.
Really?
I'm done. If there's no spot, I won't eat at any of these places, these frou-frou hipster places along here, because they only have 5 parking spots for all these nice little restaurants.
Right.
Nope. True story.
And let me guess, there's probably like 2 or 3 of those that say for like carry out, or something.
No, not frou-frou places. No, there is no to-go spot.
Oh, okay.
No.
FU?
Frou-frou. That's foo-foo.
Tomato.
But yeah, no, there's these places over here there's a ramen place, so they make ramen noodle, and then they, it's $10. There's literally 5 spots in front of the place. Not interested. Not doing it.
Right.
Not for a $10 meal.
And I mean, guys, like back to the handicap parking. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I hate seeing people that are perfectly functionable coming out of a handicap.
Even if they're handicapped?
No, I mean,
I hate
get
those.
out and cruise into the store just like I am from 6 spots away.
If they're handicapped?
No, not handicapped. They have a tag, kind of like my grandmother used to have a tag for her car. But when I went somewhere, I wouldn't use it. But if I went somewhere with someone else in
I
that
would
use they'd hang that bitch and freaking park there. I'm like,
use that thing like a fast pass, right?
I'm back.
To the front of the line. I got a silver pass. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be doing
Open Mike's favorite game.
Woohoo!
Stanley Feud.
That was my part. We fucked up. Let's do it again.
We fucked up.
What's coming up next?
Open Mike's
Who
favorite.
nobody cares.
Son
We'll
of
be
a
back.
bitch.
All right, you're listening to Open Mic Live with Mike Peter in the studio. Check us out, irnbroadcast.com, openmictheshow.com. Get in there now on the chat board. Coming up next, Stanley Feud.
This is Cam Bertrand. You're listening to Open Mic Live.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Cam Bertrand.
Dude, are you doing Duolingo too?
I did for like 4 days.
Oh, wow.
Like 6 months ago. And I was like, I've had enough.
Shall we play a game?
All right, it's time for Open Mike's favorite game, Stanley Feud. Pew, pew, pew.
It's my turn. All right, so this is Stanley Feud. It's my version of Family Feud where I make up the questions and then I surveyed rednecks and Facebook Messenger people.
How many?
This week was 45, so you're going to get the top 5 answers out of 45 people that responded.
And you can play along at openmictheshow.com every Thursday, right around 8 o'clock, 8:07, whatever.
Right, and you can try to prove that you're smarter than Mr. Peter over here.
I used to be really good at this game, and then he stopped interviewing plumbers, and I was like, whatever.
We'll call it Smarter Than a Peter.
We will now.
Dumber than a dick. All right. Question number 1. What is your favorite antenna TV network? Appropriate.
I want to say Fox.
Fox, yeah, Fox.
I like antenna TV, and I know that's on the antenna.
So the number 1 answer is worth 5. All others are worth 1. We have a CBS on the board. We have another CBS on the board.
NBC.
We got another CBS on the board.
How many times can I throw answers out there?
What, just lock one in.
There's an ABC on the board.
I'm going to say Fox.
Fox. I have to say that I would probably watch more ABC shows, but I wouldn't, like, that's not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of my favorite network.
Nailed it. Me TV. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
Me TV.
But antenna TV is right next to it on my cable box.
But we're not looking for our favorites. We're looking for what the most people are going to say.
I'm going to say CBS because it says America's favorite something network.
Something?
That's their America's favorite something network. I want to say cable, but it's not cable.
America's favorite something network.
Effing network.
Fill in the blank.
America's favorite something network.
Hey, favorite goddamn network.
It's whatever we want you to be.
It's where Chuck Lorre lives.
We're so creative, we can't even think about it.
CBS. Figure this shit out yourself.
All right, Peter Pumpkin Eater, it's your turn.
Pick a network.
I'm gonna go for Fox.
You going for Fox?
Gonna play it safe.
All right. 11 people said CBS.
Yeah, boy.
8 people said, what's that? 6 people said Fox. 6 said ABC. And 4 said PBS, which I like PBS.
I loved PBS when I didn't have cable.
Yes.
I love PBS because they ask you to pay for it, but you don't really have to.
Right,
you just
right.
keep watching that shit.
Yeah, he'll sit through the begabration.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It always puts something really, really cool on, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, just right in the middle of this drama point, we'll be right back, and now we're going to talk for 15 or 20 minutes just begging you for money.
Never says trailer trash in Florida need cable bad. No, the people said the what's that have never not had cable.
Said the guy from Alabama.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, buddy.
Right, their cable is still running. You know,
you got hamsters.
like cutting strings. They just run that shit in the trees.
That's their internet.
All right, number 2. Name an NFL team with an animal in its name.
Bengals are the first one that show up.
Jaguars.
So
Or the way the commercial says, Jaguar.
Jaguars.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
So we have Nit with Jaguars. We have Love Burns with Bears.
Not Bears.
Bears.
We have LM with Panthers. KC with Bears.
Lions.
Matt and Deb said Panthers. And Dale says Dolphins.
Yeah, I like Dolphins. Bengals for some reason second, but I don't see people going, Bengals is a tiger.
Lions are good. This is one of those questions where there's so many answers. That
If you think if you stop and think about it, I think that's the problem with this game is we got to figure out who's actually stopping and thinking about Bengals. Do I like Bengals or do I like Lions?
Right,
Are they
right,
doing
yeah.
what we're doing?
And I'll be honest with you, like in regards to what
Finally.
you're saying, when I send the questions, it's not long
Snap.
before I have the response.
Really?
So I don't think they're actually sitting. Now there are those times it says is typing, and then it stops, and then they go back and it's typing, and it stops. But
That could be Facebook though.
but very few.
Like that doesn't mean anything.
I think people just answer like you just said. First thing that comes to mind is Bengals. You know what I mean? I think people do that now.
I would have said
I
Dolphins.
that's the first thing that popped in my head is when Jaguars. So just me.
So Jaguars is your answer. What's your answer, Fruit Loop?
I said Lions. Jake,
Oh, you
it's right
did?
there. You read it.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was like 35 seconds ago, bro. Jesus Christ. It's like I'm trying to run a game here.
The guy without courage.
8 people said Panthers. 8 people also said Bears. 6 people said Dolphins.
Goddamn Bears.
5 said Bengals. And 5 said Broncos.
See, that's funny because I'm like, Broncos. Oh, that's a horse. Like, you got to stop and think about that.
That a Bronco is a horse, you got to think about that?
Yes.
What?
It's a two-step process. No, it's a two-step process. That one.
It is.
It's not a lion. It's a specific type of lion.
Right.
It's not a tiger.
So it's a Bengal, you
it's a
freaking-
Bengal tiger.
It's a Bengal tiger.
You're a Bengal tiger.
I love you. All right. Number 3. Who's your favorite Looney Tunes character?
I'm going to go Bugs.
Bugs Bunny.
What a maroon.
Oh, I like the rootness, tootness, mother. Oh, Ginger with the guns. The rootness, tootness Ginger with guns. Pew, pew, pew.
And he's going off and all thinking, shut up.
Nick also says Bugs.
Or
It's Pete.
The rape.
Welcome, it's Pete.
The rapey
It's
cat.
Pete says Foghorn.
Pepe Le Pew, the rapey skunk.
Dude, Foghorn Leghorn is
Yeah,
probably one
man,
of my favorites.
I think Peppy needs to go to sensitivity training.
Right?
Man.
He would not make it in the workplace today.
Casey says Foghorn Leghorn.
What is harassment? What is harassment?
I smell a lawsuit here.
Harassment. What is harassment? You don't know?
I just said it because it was a word that was on the tip of my tongue. Just like my tongue in the workplace on girls.
I want to be on the tip of your tongue.
You can't. That's sexual harassment.
You must go to sensitivity training right now.
Yosemite Sam, that's a good one.
40 hours.
It's Pete. Finally got in. What the fuck?
Well,
Love
you
Burns
know,
says Tweety.
I think Tweety, Taz, and Bugs and Sylvester, those were the big 4 when I was in school that made it on shirts.
Daffy, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw Tweety Bird shirts.
But I was thinking
Everybody
cross color,
wear.
yeah.
LM says Foghorn. I love Foghorn. And Jingo says Marvin. That was my favorite. Marvin was my favorite.
The VP of IRN is here. It's a Pete.
Mr. Pete, welcome aboard, buddy.
Pete Carolina, we hold you in our heart. But
That's right. I wanted to announce officially that Pete Caruana is now the vice president of IRN. He's coming aboard, and he's also working as the director of production. So
sweet.
I think he kind of did that in our chat board. He blew it up. It's like, I am the man.
Well, okay.
10 people said Bugs Bunny, no
Bugs Bunny.
surprise. 9 said Daffy Duck. 5 said Roadrunner. 5 said Foghorn Leghorn. And 2 said Yosemite Sam.
So Coyote can run 60 miles per hour and Roadrunner can run 6.
It's
that.
He says he's the production guru.
He is. He is the voice of IRN.
Pete half trained me. I like Pete.
I could tell.
Pete.
He half
trained me. I only paid attention to the bad half.
Right. All right, 2 more questions. Number 4 is, how long do you listen to the radio each day?
Me, I listen to it quite a bit, but I'm going to
this
say...
isn't a box. I mean, I got solid answers, but
I'm going to pull...
Okay, hold on. Is it terrestrial radio or internet radio?
Radio, period.
I'm going to pull old Arbitron ratings, and I'm going 15 minutes.
And it says 2 hours. LM says 10 hours. Love Burns says 2 hours.
I'm 4. Really? A day?
You get drive time, so you have to think
and
of drive
Deo
time.
says 1 hour.
I say 2 hours.
I'm going to go 2, too.
Yeah, 2 hours.
I'm going to follow everybody else. I don't like thinking for myself.
Matt says 6 hours. Gobble.
I probably listen to it consistently more than most people because I'm in my vehicle. And
right.
I have my headphones in.
Right.
Even when people are talking to me, I have my headphones in now. I can turn it off, but you shouldn't talk to me.
5 hours if I'm working, 8 if I'm home.
Now, see, that's not fair. You work in the industry.
Backwards. It seems backwards to me for some reason.
Most cars in Florida have had their stereo stolen. That's why I said 2.
Because before it got stolen, he listened to it like 8.
However long I'm stuck in the truck with Mad Mike. So that's a good hour and 40.
Oh, yeah, because if I was in the truck with you, I'd rather listen to the radio, too. I'm just kidding, Mike. Damn. I enjoy our conversation.
You meant that.
I did not. All right.
10 hours a day.
7 people said 2 hours.
Yeah.
6 said 30 minutes. 6 said 1 hour. 6 said 15 minutes. And 1 said 8 hours, which I'm guessing that's you're listening to at work on the radio.
Yeah.
Which I thought I would get a lot more of because people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty common, right?
Yes, it is, actually.
It is, right. Thank you for agreeing.
If they have a cubicle or...
Well, yeah, at work, people are streaming and all that stuff, even though they're not supposed to do that.
I do, too. I hate my boss. I don't listen to him at all.
See, well, I'm the IT manager, so I have
you
to
do whatever you...
I have to go around yelling at everybody to stop doing that. So,
was that really your job?
Yes, I'm an IT manager. And
I know that.
But no, I especially with the local branches, they have limited bandwidth. All of a sudden, they're blasting the internet radio. All of a sudden, their applications don't work anymore because they're locking up. So
you can fire them, right?
Walks around telling people to stop using their electronics. Yes.
The wrong way. The wrong way.
I have a feeling, and I don't know if you ever watched the Jimmy Fallon IT guy on SNL.
Move! Yeah, I do that to something. They said one minute, I go,
move! See, now I wasn't in the workforce when he was doing that, but it was like The Office. I never worked in an office, but I could definitely understand The Office.
It's funny because I know people like that. So it's just...
So, quick points update. We have Open Mike with 15.
Yeah.
Peter Pumpkin Eater with 11. LM Dale with 11. Jingo with 5. Midge Gobble with 20. Nit with 10. KC with 11. And Dale with 8. Deb with 7. Love Burns 11. It's Pete with 1. This last one, number 1, is worth 10 points. All others are worth 5. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
How old were you when you first saw porn, magazine or video?
Oh, I'm different. So I'm going to say 11, but I actually was like 9.
Okay, I need some clarification here.
Oh, I always had porn around.
No. I mean, you mean like Playboy or just any
video or magazine?
Or just magazines?
Yeah,
and like Playboy.
First time you actually saw nudity in front of you on something other than your mother? It
was 8.
8?
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. I'm trying to think of the... Yeah.
We got an 8. We got 9. We have 12.
God, I hope my parents aren't listening.
Oh, I'm sure they're not.
No, they are. I called your mom before the show and said...
Actually, they chimed in and said, no, you stole ours when you were 9.
Really? Is that what happened?
Of course. Of course that just happened. We're number 1 with Mike's parents.
In fact, maybe my mom should do a liner for you.
I would love that.
I've done lines with your mom. It's not the same.
No, it's liner.
Oh, sorry. Damn it. I get confused. What? That was wrong?
No, it was right. But it was
felt
wrong.
Oh so right. Oh, my God. Don't talk about my mom. All right.
I have a feeling this is not my win.
I have a feeling you might be right. 9 people said 10.
I almost said 10.
9 people also said 12. 7 said 8, 5 said 7, and 4 said 13. So
we have a winner?
Yep. Winner, chicken dinner. Gobble. Whose porn is what I found first.
So what she get 25?
She got 30.
Whoa, congratulations. Gagoosh times 30.
How lazy is that?
Fine. Gagoosh, gagoosh, gagoosh,
How
gagoosh.
annoying is that?
I don't understand.
Mike just can't win. Oh my God. So, all right, listen, we're going to start doing this little ditty.
We started last week.
Yeah.
This is called filler.
It's the feud review.
The feud review.
So we're going to go over some of the questions.
I don't have it open for that.
You don't need to have an open. So one of them was what's your favorite TV network? So when I thought Fox was going to run the gamut. Mm-hmm. And then when CBS did it, I decided I'm going to go in and find their lineup. Mm-hmm. Then I realized, I guess maybe CBS is mine too.
Well, that's why I said Chuck Lorre, because he owns half of those shows.
Right, because, I mean, they have shows, NCIS, Survivor, Big Bang Theory, Undercover Boss.
Two Broke Girls.
Big Brother. Hawaii Five-0, Scorpion, Price is Right. That's a lineup, bro.
Yeah, that's
did they just? What did I just watch last night? I watched Lethal Weapon. I don't know if that was CBS.
No, I don't think it was. Because last night they had Bull. It was Michael Weatherly's new show.
Yeah.
Well,
that was the night before, right?
No.
Yeah, because my wife.
That's right. Yeah.
It's premiere week, so everything is starting.
She watched the recording of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Dad. It was the night before because last night was the whole Big Brother whodunit thing. So.
You mean the woohoo? It's over. No,
yeah,
that's not what you mean.
Well,
that's not what his face says.
I was disappointed in the outcome. So
you were,
yeah.
But it's done, so you should be excited.
Now, I wanted it to come down to either Nicole or
what are we?
What just happened? Oh, sorry.
Did this just be?
No, just kidding.
I'm sorry. I just hijacked your show.
Big Brother.
I did it on purpose. But yeah, no, my wife makes me watch it, and there's times I
enjoy
it, but most of the time it's just. I mean,
yeah, we like it. We the whole family watches it. We have a good time watching it.
Really?
Yeah. So
it makes you happy watching other people miserable.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm an American. God damn it! Yes.
So, I mean,
Jesus.
I open the fridge 30 times a day. I'm going to watch people miserable.
Give me a little misery and better you than me TV, and I'm a happy guy.
So, I mean, are you an NCIS Criminal Minds guy too?
Yes. I stopped watching Criminal Minds because I just couldn't hack it anymore. It's that show is intense. It really is.
So you have like nightmares or something?
No. I just got burned out on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was just too many unsubs.
I got you.
And then they've lost like half their cast.
Yeah.
And they're replacing them.
That's what happened. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But it was just after a while. It just oh my God. And especially what really upset me about that when they had the serial killers with kids.
Right.
It's like, no, I can't do that.
So, I mean, too many unsub. Right, because Dexter did it with one unsub, and it was very successful.
Right.
I mean, he did the same thing. It was a mystery. He killed people, but there was only one guy, and you knew who the fuck it was.
Right.
Every week.
Right. But
the main guy.
I love the whole the behavioral psychology part.
Right.
Me too. I find that fantastic. Just totally fantastic watching how the BAU actually does stuff like that.
Right.
And there are people who can just,
the shit's real. The time frame is distorted. You know what I mean? They're not doing it in 2 days.
And I always noticed something that they followed a formula. First, they would get down to the unsub. Then they would figure out where the unsub was, and they would go there, and the unsub just left.
Yeah.
Then they would have to go over to the other place and just to the nick of time. But it was always that little.
Well, they were using dial-up, so the GPS system wasn't catching up to it. That's all it was.
You skipped a step, though. First, they accused the wrong person for 20 minutes. And then they figured out who the unsub was.
Well, they got to make sure.
Right,
okay.
They got to make sure who didn't do it.
Right. And at the end, they're all friends again. It's just wonderful.
High five. Dun-dun-dun.
It's like a country song. You know how it's going to go.
Yeah. But that's like every show now. Even reality television follows
the formula. Yeah.
Reality television. Speaking of that, Undercover Boss. I'm a pretty sensitive guy. that undercover boss sometimes really brings the girl out of me.
It chokes you up.
Yeah, it really does.
I like the show. I really do.
Do you?
It's really neat.
I mean,
you know,
you don't watch it much?
It's season 1. I was like, this can only last so long before they have to change it up. And now, if we have a chance to sit and watch it, I would like, okay, so this person's getting free college tuition, this person's getting this person's getting that, and then sure enough, and then all of a sudden they throw you a curveball. So instead of giving them like $10,000, they have $100,000 to spend, so they get a new car and college.
And that's what I was gonna say. Is it's kind of sad because like when we watch reruns, old shows, and you see them at the end and they're giving away $5,000,
right,
or $10,000. You're going, oh, that's pathetic. They're giving these people $10,000 fucking dollars, and we think it sucks
because it's not 100.
I mean, now they're giving away islands.
Right
now.
Exactly. Are you getting islands?
You get new spinners.
Free hookers for life.
We got Sirius satellite in your car.
You'll never have antenna TV again. Right.
Oh no, you can still have it though. That's the great thing about cable.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get cable in your own satellite.
Lifetime of Netflix.
Netflix, what's that, like $100 a year? Come on, that's half the budget.
But then there's Fox, which kind of changed TV a little bit.
Oh, it did. In the 90s it did.
Out of TV, correct?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Simpsons and Married with Children.
Simpsons.
Boom, boom.
Family Guy.
Yeah. Do you guys like Family Guy? I hear a lot of
I
people.
love Family Guy.
Yeah, a lot of mixed.
They took Family Guy off the air, and I was one of the ones that went in and started going, I don't write to people often because I don't give a fuck. But when they took that off the air, I'm going, you better bring this back or I will find you and swat you.
The same thing with The Simpsons. I can sit down and watch an episode and laugh, but I realize that I'm an adult and cartoons, I'm away from it now. I want to like it. Mike Tyson Mysteries is funny as shit, but I just can't sit and watch it anymore.
Because of the back thought of you're an adult? So you think being an adult?
Well, no. I think that's why. Like, I'm an adult now. I'm not entertained by cartoons. I think that I'm not saying I don't like cartoons because I'm an adult. I'm saying I realize that I'm becoming a grown up because I can't get into the cartoon.
I watch
thing
cartoons
anymore.
with my kids all the time.
I don't have kids. And when I sit with my neighbors' kids, they don't like that because they didn't invite me in.
I don't think not enjoying it is a result of you becoming an adult. I hope not.
I know I'm a adult. Never mind.
I mean, seriously. I mean, Simpsons, obviously, you're over.
But the writing's like
Jerry Springer, it was awesome when it came out.
But I could watch an episode of The Simpsons, like a current episode. Everybody says, "Oh, the new writer is blah blah blah." It's changed ever since 19 whatever. Bullshit. It's fine. It's changing with the times.
Right.
It's okay.
It's like Aerosmith. Every decade it progresses.
I only saw them in the Pink album, and I thought it was great. The Pink album concert.
Right.
They played the old shit. They played some Pink album shit.
Right. But they fit their music to what's going on.
But they didn't play cartoons.
He looks like a fucking cartoon. I don't know what right, exactly. But I mean, like, I'm with you. Like this Bob's Burgers. I kind of like it. If I've smoked it.
Nah.
I can't believe it's been on as long as it has. Is that 5 seasons?
I don't find
6?
it funny. I just don't. It just. You know what? It's the same thing like with the Cleveland show.
Oh, I didn't.
It's just.
Well, that was, and that falls along the lines of what was the one with Joel McHale on Comedy Central. Birkin something or whatever. Like, it was weird because they had a weird creation of this cartoon person, and a fucking bear. Like, it was funny, the jokes were okay, but I had to realize that people were talking to bears, and it's not real.
But, that's a suspension of disbelief, because look at Brian the dog.
But Brian is a fucking dude.
Yeah,
he's banging real chicks.
They were trying to do the same thing.
Correct, and I thought they failed. Yeah,
that's
and the thing with Cleveland was they did it with a bear.
Yeah,
this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Diddler says, when did Tyree become an adult? Nitwit says, when he didn't need 8 phone books to drive anymore.
So I can still watch cartoons. That's cool, right?
See, phone books still have a use in your house.
I don't have 8 phone books in this house.
They're all in the car on the pedal.
So you can reach them. Oh,
bitch!
Nah.
So
short joke.
Are we out?
Yeah. You want to be?
Son of a...
I'll stop.
I'm ready.
I will
done.
put the brakes on this because I got all my phone books ready to
Because
go.
you can reach the brakes now.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
a big boy.
I do what I want.
Don't make me peel out.
Don't make me stop this car.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have FLoridiots. And then we will...
Oh, we have football picks.
We're bringing back football picks, and we will explain to you why you will love them
It's going
when we come back.
suck ass.
For
More
one of
with us.
Right.
Oh, every week. Every week. I know what it was.
How do you know?
I recognize the sound. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jared Waters, and you're rocking with the best live internet show, Open Mic Live. Best in the Bay.
Welcome back to Open Mic Live right here on openmictheshow.com and irnbroadcast.com. We are now going to do a little bit of...
I'm going to stop you. I don't generally do this.
Then I'm going to leave.
But thank God. The moment we've all been waiting for, Mike is out of the studio.
You're welcome. Mike, drop the mic.
Diddlo says, please don't compare the gay-ass Aerosmith band to two legitimate TV shows like Family Guy and The Simpsons. Because Steven Tyler is one gay-ass dude who can't sing, can't play harmonica, and stop making any kind of good music after they stop doing drugs.
He's grandma shaming. I don't like him.
That's like saying you hate Led Zeppelin, right? I mean, how do you feel about Aerosmith? Let's be honest.
I love him.
Right? I love him.
I'm great.
You don't dislike him.
I don't care for the persona of the branch off, but play me an Aerosmith song and I'm not going to turn it off. Except for Back in the Saddle. And Shaney's Got a Gun. And
I think Steven Tyler is a phenomenal musician.
oh, he's great. I mean, that's a great band, and they're a great
drums, he can play
example
piano, he's a great vocalist.
of coming through the times. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they've adapted well. They didn't overdo it each time. They stayed true to themselves and made it relevant to the era that they were playing in.
And they lasted
you have
as
to, because otherwise, if you don't,
you'll be Scott Staff and Creed.
Or Scott Diddlo. I mean, who the hell knows who that fucking guy is?
That was totally
It's
done.
Pete says fuck Aerosmith. Dude, you need to fire your producer. No.
He works at a classic rock station. You can't say fuck. That's
He can on this show.
Oh, okay.
All right, now Mike.
What am I doing?
Okay.
Aerosmith is better than Led Zeppelin.
Now I want to punch you in the face. Now I know.
Stairway in Heaven is overplayed.
If I didn't know you were kidding, we would be fucking rolling around like midget. Right, it wouldn't be midget tossing. What would it be?
Midget jumping?
Midget mud wrestling? Dude, open mic segment.
That's how we're going to do our football pick.
Exactly.
Football pick tiebreaker.
So anyway.
What are we doing?
Bastards. The first story comes from Orange County. This one's about drunks playing softball being FLoridiots. Two softball teams that had been arguing on the field ended up at the same local Hooters.
Of course they did,
afterwards.
because it's Hooters.
So a dude from one of the teams starts fighting 6 drunks from the other team.
Okay.
This is when his boy tried to pull him away and ended up getting beat down and stabbed. So the guy trying to break up the fight got his ass whooped and stabbed.
That's usually what happens, yeah.
It does,
That's,
right? Stay out of it. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Don't mess with a guy that's got his daughter's hair to the cart. It's
Or
fine.
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
It's a universal theme.
Right. So, you hear these stories all the time where someone says, dude, I took on 6 fucking guys and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Well, there was a witness. The witness confirmed that it was 6 on 2, and the friend got stabbed after being knocked down. The victim says he wants to press charges, but authorities haven't decided if any arrests will be made. How the fuck does someone get stabbed and they aren't sure if they're going to arrest someone for... Like, if the other guy doesn't have a weapon and you just stabbed him,
Did they find the weapon?
It's aggravated assault, aggravated battery.
I'm calling attempted murder.
Yeah, it's at least. I mean, there's some charges. Something has to come down.
But there's got to be some sort of missing evidence in order for them to not want to.
And also, too, it's hard to believe in this day and age that somebody wasn't recording it.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. That is a fact. Kind of like
the surveillance cameras. I mean, they're
the grainy ass surveillance cameras.
You know,
can still see this.
Yeah,
it's not.
I mean, one of the waitresses' boob cams or something like that.
Upskirts. that would be amazing. I got this stab. I was trying to do an upskirt. And some dude with his.
I mean, I've watched grainy replays of Child's Play, and I can still see Chucky doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Jack.
Right. That bitch was. Did he ever die?
Chucky?
Yeah.
Oh, he died a lot. But he didn't.
Was it after he got married?
Yeah, it was after
died,
the Bride of Chucky.
As many times as Jason did, and just
Yeah, but Jason had lightning on his side, and
dude, he was protected. He had a hockey mask,
and he didn't run. He conserved his calories.
This is true. I'll be there in a minute.
You're gonna fall right over there, bitch. I'll get you. No worries. I got all the time in the world.
That's my fun.
I think it's funny that we've had 2 stories so far where the cops don't know if they're going to arrest somebody. But they have no problem with just shooting somebody for no fucking reason.
I mean, if you got your gun handy.
There's less paperwork.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Right.
It turns into an episode of Police Squad, right?
The cops end up on cops.
What's the new one? Have you seen, what's her name? The girl, oh man, I forget her name.
I've seen her.
You lie. TBS has a new show that's a very, very close, stupid comedy like Police Squad. Rashida Jones from The Office.
Isn't she on The View? Nope.
Next story.
All right. So the next one comes from West Palm Beach. So I found out not paying your rent on time to this old bitch will cost you more than late fees. 81-year-old Dorothy Jarvis's tenant was riding his bike when she ran into him with her car. She then started yelling at him while he was on the ground. Later, when the cops finally showed up, the tenant said he ignored her calls and texts to avoid a verbal confrontation. How'd that work out for you? Right. That's like doing political radio. So, shit, this doesn't work. So he showed them a text from her about running him over and said that if she found out he talked to the cops, she would most likely seek revenge. This is an 81-year-old lady going, "You talk to the cops, bitch, and you're dead." She already tried running them over.
She's like Suge Knight.
It's like Mafia Apartments. Oh, God.
Right. Well, yeah, it's like Kingpin gone bad. He
That's
refused to
what-
eat that shit, so she freaking ran him over.
That was my first thought.
Hey.
Was Kingpin?
Yep.
There will be no late fee. You don't pay, we're going to whack you. That's it.
No deposit.
No deposit. We take you for a boat ride.
My nephew Louie. Right? Exactly. Now, Kingpin, would you?
Nope. I have a job.
If you didn't.
No, that's not.
Obama's president, 'cause you
No.
can get whatever you want anyway,
With
but-
one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer.
And then you would do it.
And then multiply that by some other numbers. like Open Mike's first game, take those numbers and add shots to that, and I might consider it.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, I would have to drink a lot.
Just close your eyes and pretend you're blowing up a balloon. That's all you got to do.
That's not foreplay.
That's not just how I get it wet. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What? Sorry, Lisa.
Oh, you get it wet? Liar. All right. Well, she was arrested for aggravated battery. Does that seem like enough for running somebody over?
Attempted murder.
Right, aggravated battery.
Come on.
I don't think, I don't think murder is.
Well, maybe it depends on how late on his run he was.
Where did she hit him?
Yeah.
How fast?
Yeah.
Ted Ho says Steven Tyler's life matters. Diddler says Tony Soprano's mom was in the fucking car. I mean, if you had him for a son, you could pretty much do what you want, right?
Tony Soprano's mom?
Yeah. No, if you were Tony Soprano's mom.
I don't know who she is. Who is she?
You don't know who's...
Never heard of her.
You don't know who Soprano is?
I know who Soprano is. He's Tinner's brother, right?
See, and you were worried about bringing the show down. I have him. I don't need you.
We don't need you. I got a steering wheel.
I do need you because I have him.
I got a
Just
steering
from the temp
wheel.
agency.
All right, so the last one comes from Broward County. Does anything good come from Broward County?
Dude,
Nope.
I lived in Broward County.
Did you?
Oh, my God.
So nothing good comes from Broward County.
I got family down there.
Do you really?
It's crazy.
How often do you talk to them?
Once a year.
Right. Exactly. So Tuesday, Miramar police were alerted to look for a white Nissan Altima with a black passenger.
Why is it gotta
that
be
was
white?
just involved in an armed robbery.
Why is it gotta be
Now,
black?
How much more can you stand out to me, a black guy in a white car that
black
you're
guy in a white
fucking
car?
looking for? Right? I mean, that's like smiling in the... Oh, never mind. Good thing I'm not on our end. So about 20 minutes later... go ahead.
But you are.
Damn it! I'm sorry, sir.
But you are.
Tomorrow, right? Catch the replay.
There went the replay. Sorry, it's Pete. Didn't mean it. So about 20 minutes later, a cop followed the car a few blocks and turned on his lights and sirens to pull him over. Well, like anyone that just robbed a bank would do, he took off. This guy just robbed the bank.
Right.
So that's why they're trying to hunt him down. The chase continued until the Altima ran into a guardrail. After that, the dumbasses jumped out and ran. The passenger was caught quickly. The driver made it to a nearby house where he picked up a what? What do you think this guy picked up when he got to this house? He's on the run from the cops.
The mailbox.
He's
He's going to pick something up to fight, right? That's what he would do.
Well, he picked up. I would fight
he's
with.
cornered, right? So he's gonna get himself a weapon.
The cat.
Well, he decided to pick up a 4-year-old kid outside.
Okay.
Oh wow!
And told him, "Shh, like keep it quiet." You just yanked a 4-year-old kid up. That's right. That's like grabbing a cat by the tail and telling it not to fucking scream.
Don't meow!
Are you fucking kidding me? This kid's gonna go nuts.
Oh,
So
man.
When is too young to teach stranger danger?
Never.
3?
My mom
Start at
said,
3?
Talk to as many strangers as you can.
But she was trying to abort
For
you.
the best,
Oh, wait,
right?
what?
Exactly. So
we couldn't get
after
rid of him.
getting bitten by the 4-year-old, he dropped him. So the kid bit him. So he's obviously been to stranger danger class. He knows how to handle this shit. No means right?
Yeah, he never bites.
Well, then the mother's out there and is begging him not to hurt her or the kid. Well, he runs inside, empties the dryer, and tried to get in to hide, but didn't fit. So here's the thing. Is they're chasing you. You're going to hide in a dryer and leave a mother outside to,
He went that way?
or just turn it on.
Hey, you know what you don't want to do in Florida is hide in a spot that's hotter than Florida. Like a dryer.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, but if you come out of a dryer and it's 90 degrees, it'll be cool.
That's just smart. That's why you don't get away with shit.
Because I don't fit in a dryer.
No, you do.
No,
we could both fit in a
He got back
dryer.
out of the dryer because he didn't have any dryer sheets.
Exactly. That's why I don't come out soft.
Yeah.
Well,
You're hard.
Always hard. What just happened?
We used to have a laundry bin, so you know how you could open a closet, throw your hamper in there? Well, we used to have a pull drawer in the walk-in bathroom where you pull it down and you could throw all your clothes in there, so you just reach in and slide them out.
Right.
That was an awesome hiding spot. Smelled like shit, but it was an awesome hiding spot.
Left him hung out to dry. Dude, I used to hate that shit.
That's
Having to
it,
put my
guys.
Clothes on the clothesline and run it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know back in your day you had to do it.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
you
but
didn't have
actually,
dryers.
back when we lived in Rhode Island, my mom had a clothesline. She had
the clothes. Did you have to hang them up?
No.
You didn't?
No, I was like 4.
I want your mother. I mean, I was not standing on a chair doing fucking dishes when I was 4.
Really?
Yeah, and if they weren't done right, I'd do them again.
Oh, okay. Well.
And now I just break dishes. Because
Paper plates, motherfucker.
Paybacks, bitch.
Oh.
So you can come to my house and do my dishes then. How about that?
I just said I don't fucking do dishes.
I didn't hear you either.
I'll do yours, though.
Okay.
Because I love you.
Good.
I'm just washing. No.
Wash on, wash off.
There you go.
So anyway, after this didn't work, as he tried to get into the house, the mother kept slamming the sliding glass door on his foot until he left. Well, by now, the cops are there and met him in the front yard. So far, this cat's picked up a kid, got bit, tried to get in a dryer, that shit didn't work, and then got his foot beat down by a door before getting caught in the front yard. I mean, when do you give up?
I mean, I don't know. I would have thought the dryer would have been your attempt at desperation.
Welcome, Joey. Did he go? Yeah, I would.
Why? I just don't. How can anybody rationalize? I'm going to go hide in this dryer. Nobody's going to know where I am.
This looks like a good spot.
Right, it's not under a boat in a backyard.
Yeah,
you're in a dryer that someone watched you get fucking into.
And let me guess, it's probably one of those dryers with a window in it.
Right,
so
exactly.
he's pressed up against the
does this shit. Now he's dizzy and hot. So he comes out, slips on his own sweat, and runs into a fucking wall. Wait, no, there's a video.
There's a video?
No, there's no.
That would.
Christ, that would be a great video.
I threw a banana peel down there too.
Tittle says everybody has a bad day. This is just a bad day.
Well, this guy, and what did he get away with after trying to rob this bank?
He didn't get away with anything.
Because you know why? Banks don't really have that much cash. They don't have that much cash on hand. Go rob a bank. See what you're going to do. You're going to get six figures? Nope.
I mean, the days of going in there Bonnie and Clyde style are over.
There's not even train tracks by them anymore. You can't just... Oh. How are you going to get away?
What do you mean? So you need train tracks to get away?
Who's robbing a boxcar, Willie?
It's so easy to run down train tracks.
You got that little... I'm sorry, I'm back on the cartoons. What happened?
Acme Anvil comes down as you're trying to get out.
You're not going to get away now, see?
Smoking pow.
And then I tied the dame up.
Right.
You're not getting away.
And as an adult, a pow. You know what an onomatopoeia is?
Yes, it's a...
Pow.
Wow.
What? That's racist.
Well, not if it's spelled backwards. It's pow.
I'm dyslexic.
What happened?
Your mama?
Nuh-uh.
What do you mean, nuh-uh?
Okay, maybe. She happened?
She did. Happened to be in the room at the same time.
Where? What's happening? Coming
So
on
anyway,
at Me TV. Oh.
You're listening to Open Mic Live with Mike and Stan and Mr. Peter?
Did you never watch What's Happening?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, you were like 24 when that
That was when What's Happening Now came out. Hey.
Yeah, hey. And then you always had Rerun trying to dance.
God damn it. Fiddly diddly dee, fiddly diddly dee.
Dude, that bitch had moves for a fat guy.
Yeah.
Because it just jiggled back and forth.
Really, it confused you, so you thought he was freaking dancing.
Right. It's like 3D, but before the
he
technology.
He was just missing his anti-seizure medication. That's all it was.
It was before Ritalin.
Where was he during the ecstasy days? Tie some glow sticks to his ass and watch him fucking move around. All right, so we are going to do what, Michael?
I've
been dying to do this.
I know, and I can't find it now. It's not there. Let's see.
I have that problem.
I'm going to guess.
Pick a winner. Now the shit's about to kick off. This party looks wet.
It's all about making choices, decisions.
Let's take it back to straight hip-hop and start it from scratch.
I like to fill out the brackets and stuff.
I'm about to bloody this jack up. Everybody get back.
Pick 'em.
That's why my pen needs a pad, because my rhymes on the red tag.
They are who we thought they were.
Just like I did with a Dixon, I'm... Chicken!
We haven't done this in like a year.
You're welcome.
Because we faded out. Whatever. It's time for Pick'em NFL picks. We're going to play with the listeners, and you've got some new rules that you just told me about, so I don't know what they are.
All right. So this year, instead of doing all the games, we're going to do 5 games that I choose that week. The listeners will play along with us. And if a listener wins, they will decide which one of us gets shocked by what, Michael?
So I have a what's called a TENS device.
Show them.
I don't have it in my hand. So this TENS device is actually a medical device that's supposed to help you. It's got 4, what are they called, medical pads, the electrodes,
yeah.
And you set them on a specific part of your body. Well, after using this on the part of my body that needed it, my shoulder, and my deal, I realized that this thing can hurt if you do it wrong. This thing is a shocker. It's a zapper.
Okay.
And then I opened the cover and realized that, oh my God, I can change the settings. So we have just decided to kick this up a little bit, and you have the plan.
So here's the plan: is everyone's going to play, and if a listener wins, they will decide which of us will get shocked that week.
For how long?
The difference between our score and theirs.
Okay.
So that's in seconds. So say they've won all 5, and you only got 3. For 2 seconds, you get shocked.
Okay.
Now, if one of us wins, the loser between us gets shocked for the amount of time between our loss.
Okay.
You'll get it when it all takes place. So what we're going to do is start this shit. Game number 1, and you can play along, Michael. I know...
I'm terrible at sports. So.
All right, listen. Do like most girls. Pick the team whose name sounds
Oh.
cool. I love Seahawks. No.
I just love their uniforms, and it just wonderful.
Exactly.
Was Kaepernick twirly things there?
Is Kaepernick starting?
No.
Oh, I should have a bet here.
First game. 49ers at the Seahawks. Ellen says Seahawks.
Hawks. Oh, at the Hawks.
Jingo says Hawks.
Hawks.
I say the Seahawks.
Hawks. Like Peter Hawks.
Yeah.
You say Hawks?
Yep.
Way to follow along. Hawks.
And if I'm wrong, Mike gets double my shocks.
Oh, I like that.
You're welcome back anytime.
I had his volume off for that just because. Ooh, TV.
Your pick is Hawks?
Yes.
Diddlo, pick the team with the cutest quarterback. It's Pete says
It's
Hawks.
Kaepernick laying down on his back.
Diddlo says Hawks. I'm a chicken hawk and you're a chicken. See?
Will I say? Oh.
Guess what Stan says?
49ers.
Kneel down, bitches. 49ers.
Okay, so this is going to be really good or really bad.
For me.
For one of us.
All right, so number 2 is Rams at the Bucks.
I hate this pick because Doug Martin's out, but I'm still going Bucks.
Rams defense is pretty serious.
I don't know if they have a good running game. They're going to be depending on Sims.
After watching that abortion this week,
Mike says Bucks. Diddlo says Bucks.
Instead of Rams.
Peter says Rams. Jingo says Rams. Mitch says Bucks. I didn't get your answer for the first one, Mitch.
Nitwit's boycotting the NFL. Why?
He wants to fuck them.
Oh, okay.
He wants to be a center. ...
I'll fuck him.
LM says Rams. Stan says Rams. Because it rhymes with Stan.
Oh, I thought it was because it rhymed with Sam.
It's Pete says Rams.
What does Pete know?
He knows radio.
By the way, listen to IRN because Pete's going to be deciding what you listen to.
All right. Steelers at the Eagles.
Oh, Steelers. I hate the Eagles.
That's a good. That's how you pick them right there.
Is that wrong?
No. So we got LM with Steelers.
The Steelers. Raiders?
I'll go with the Steelers.
Steelers in a blowout.
Peter Pumpkin Eater, Steelers. Diddlo says Steelers. Mitch, Steelers. Stan. Steelers. Damn it. Damn, Philly. Matt took the Steelers. Yeah, Matt's a huge Philly fan. So for him to take the Steelers is that's why I decided to do it, to be honest with you. All right, next one real quick. Browns at the Dolphins.
Do I have to?
What's Dolphins' record so far?
It's Pete says.
Yeah, we can. Did the Dolphins? They're 1-1, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the Bro and the Browns 1-1.
So what?
I'll go for the Dolphins.
Pete says Fins.
I'm gonna go Fins.
Mitch says Fins.
You said you weren't going for them the rest of the year, right? Isn't that what you said last week?
Yeah, but
you hate them.
You know I didn't mean that.
Oh, I know, because you love them.
Someone says Browns.
You want to have sex with dolphins?
Oh yeah.
Big black
dolphin.
Even at Ottaway?
Hell yeah. You better recognize.
I'll take your rental car or your used car.
Dude, I'll take your used condom. Wait a minute. I said that out loud. We're on the radio?
No, it's not real radio.
Oh, it's not?
It's Fisher Price Radio. This is
My first radio.
Jingo says Finn.
AKA the toilet bowl. It's too early to have the toilet bowl, but it's definitely going to be shit.
Diddlo says Fins.
Fins with a PH? Nope. Negative
Peter?
1 point.
What was Peter's answer?
I like boys. Oh, Dolphins.
I like boys. Most Dolphins fans do.
I read that wrong.
What an odd thing to say.
Since I'm a Dolphins fan, it really is. All right, last game, Monday night. Falcons at the Saints.
South Florida. It's not that odd. I have no idea what the Saints are.
Who's the other
team?
team?
Football team.
New York Saints.
We will win. SAINTS. Saints.
Who's the other team?
Falcons and the Saints.
I don't know the Falcons.
Because they're birds, and birds land on those little.
Because they shit on Saints.
Oh, because they land on those little spiky thingies.
Oh, that might be better.
They get impaled.
They get impaled.
You only get one shot though if you miss him.
That's right.
Mike was.
Yeah, Mike did just say I like boys, but I was reading Pete's comment.
Oh yeah, okay, quote unquote.
Hey, mark the tape. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
if you have control, you'll just delete the shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tape? What fucking tape? Mitch says Saints.
I was singing a song, girls who like boys.
So I think everyone is. What'd you say, Pete? Everyone's saying Saints. I mean, I would
Falcons.
go with it since you don't know jack shit.
Oh, Peter. You're saying Pete, and I'm looking
sorry.
at Pete.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
Peter
fucking name
Carolina.
short. All right.
Short Peter. I see what you did there.
No, Pete. Monday night total points for the tiebreaker.
712.
And then
Oh.
that's realistic as shit.
Wait, who's in it? Saints and Falcons? 46.
Pete says 35. Mikey Mike says 46.
52. Hut.
Diddlo says 52. I don't think Diddlo's ever watched football before. Jingo says 72. Holy shit.
They're going to air it out?
You want me to tell you what the average is and you can just pick that?
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm a little lost here, so
It's fine.
Pick a number between 35 and 50.
47.
There we go.
Great year. That was the year that
And that's how you do that. Mitch says 70. She's
Poland
creeping up on-
invaded.
What?
What?
I'm going to go with, what'd you say, Mike? 46?
Sure.
I'm
Yes.
going 45.
Oh my God. I'm going to zip the shit out of you. And I'm putting it on your taint.
I just want to be under you.
You would. Wait. Okay.
So all the picks are in. I will post the winner. And then you will watch either me or Mike do this next week.
What, like we ate something sour?
Hey, welcome back. It's Sour Patch Kids.
I'm another demon.
Hey, look, he's doing his Joe Cocker impersonation.
Oh, I thought that was that kid from Last Comic Standing that had cerebral palsy.
Calm down. Not getting nasty.
All right, it is time for us to get the hell out of here. You're listening to Open Mic Live. We'll be back next Thursday at 7 on openmicshow.com, irnbroadcast.com, all the other places that we're at.com. I'm gonna buy that because that's good.
So thank you, Mike Peter, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. And
dude, it was a blast. We really enjoyed having you, and now you get to see why you do everything you do, because we get to have fun.
I know.
So you get to work, so that we can have fun. Thank you for that.
Thank you for depressing.
So he's gonna kick us off. He's gonna get home and be like, yeah.
And Stan's be like,
right. He's gonna IM DJ Chaz and go, don't do it.
He's not even gonna kick us off. He's just gonna shoot himself. That's
preferable. That way we're still aired.
Well, don't worry, I'll videotape it.
Facebook Live coming up next. Oh.
Right. They won't know who to arrest.
World Star.
All right. Well, thank you again. Good night, everybody. And Steven Tyler rocks.
They're way better than Led Zeppelin.